The global population is expected to reach nearly 10 billion people by 2050. We will need to produce 56% more food in the next 30 years, putting more pressure on the Earth's already strained resources. For example, the agri-food industry today consumes 70% of all freshwater supplies, uses 50% of the world's vegetated land, and emits a third of all greenhouse gases. Should these trends continue, the Amazon rainforest will have to be cleared by 2050 just to feed the global population. To envision a better food system, we first need to understand how the agri-food industry has evolved over time. For most of our history, humans were hunter-gatherers, venturing into the wild to search for a variety of nuts, legumes, and fruits, giving rise to a fiber-rich and nutritionally diverse diet. However, the modern food system has consolidated the use of crops from over 300,000 edible species to just 3 plants that make up 60% of calories consumed globally: rice, wheat, and corn. This is because the industry found it more efficient to focus on a small number of genetically uniform, high-yielding crops. This consolidation has led to many problems. Intense monoculture farming of commodity crops contributes to over 75% of the Earth's land areas being substantially degraded. Monoculture farmers are more vulnerable to climate change, which could compromise their entire harvest. Moreover, the industry has refined out the fiber and nutrients from these crops to extend product shelf life, increasing diet-related chronic diseases as a result. We need to address these problems. We need a more sustainable food system by 2050. Here's what it could look like. First, plant diversity is reintroduced into our food supply. Farmers start growing nutrient-rich, climate-resilient crops. Let's call them future-fit crops, like the Bambara groundnut, a legume that is high in plant protein, is drought-tolerant, and rehabilitates degraded land. It can be grown on otherwise unproductive soil, and farmers can earn additional income and become more resilient. New apps will provide farmers with the knowledge to grow future-fit crops efficiently and enable them to sell their harvest to customers directly. Such technologies will allow farmers to forecast demand and react quickly to changing market conditions. Furthermore, food manufacturers will develop new technologies to process future-fit crops into familiar foods without compromising taste, nutrition, and affordability. For example, there are technologies that can process future-fit crops to make instant soups and noodles, naturally high in plant protein and micronutrients. These crops can then be used as an ingredient in regional and global cuisines, propelling a culinary movement to develop a plethora of new, exciting dishes. Importantly, consumers will demand a greater variety of sustainable and nutritious foods that use future-fit crops. This movement will be driven by a growing consciousness surrounding our health and the well-being of our planet, in turn, propelling governments to enact policies that promote the cultivation of these crops. The outcome of these developments is a vibrant and inclusive future where food is full of colors, flavors, and textures. Visit us at nutritionalparadox.com to help shape this future together.